I think online learning has really opened up new doors for people. Like, before it was all about where you could go to school. Now, anyone can take classes from anywhere.
Yeah, but what about the quality? Not all online courses are the same.
True, but there are so many good ones out there now. You can find top teachers and universities offering free or low-cost classes. It's amazing how far we've come.
But doesn't that make it harder to know which ones are actually worth taking?
That's why reviews and recommendations are key. And with social media, it's easier than ever to see what others say about a course. Plus, you can often look at the syllabus and decide if it fits your needs.
What about kids, though? Can they learn as well online as they do in a classroom?
For some kids, yes, especially those who need more flexibility or have special needs. Online learning can be tailored better to individual students. But of course, younger kids might need more structure and guidance from parents or guardians.
So, does this mean traditional schools will become less important?
Schools still play a big role in socialization and providing hands-on experiences. But online learning can complement that by giving access to specialized knowledge and skills that local schools might not offer.
Makes sense. But what about cheating? Isn't it easier when everyone is online?
Cheating is always a concern, no matter where you're studying. With technology, there are tools to check for plagiarism and monitor student activity during exams. It's not perfect, but steps are being taken to address these issues.
I guess the future is mixed then, both worlds working together?
Exactly. A blend of both gives students the best of both worlds, flexibility and community support. Exactly. A blend of both gives students the best of both worlds, flexibility and community support.
That sounds promising. Speaking of technology, have you seen how virtual reality is being used in education?
Oh yeah, VR is really exciting. It lets students experience things that would be impossible or too expensive to do in real life. Like going on a virtual field trip to space or ancient Rome.
That does sound cool. But isn't it costly? Not every school can afford it.
True, but the cost is coming down fast. Plus, the impact on learning can be huge. Imagine studying biology by walking through a rainforest or dissecting a frog virtually. It makes the lessons so much more engaging.
I can see how it would make learning more fun, but does it actually improve understanding?
Studies show that immersive experiences help with retention and comprehension. When you're actively involved in something, you remember it better. It's like the difference between reading about an experiment and doing it yourself.
That makes sense. Are there any downsides, though?
Some people worry about the physical effects of wearing VR headsets for long periods, like eye strain or motion sickness. But manufacturers are working on making them more comfortable and safe to use.
Interesting. Do you think it will become common in classrooms soon?
Absolutely, especially as tech gets cheaper and more schools start integrating it into their curriculums. It's just another way to make learning interactive and memorable.
Guess we'll have to keep an eye on how it develops then.
Definitely. The potential is huge, and it's exciting to see where it goes next. Definitely. The potential is huge, and it's exciting to see where it goes next.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Speaking of personalized learning, have you looked into adaptive learning technologies?
Oh, sure. Adaptive learning is really interesting. It uses software to adjust the material based on how the student is performing. If a kid struggles with a concept, the program can slow down and give more examples or explanations.
That sounds like it could be really helpful. Does it actually work, though?
There's evidence that it does. Students get immediate feedback and can learn at their own pace. This means they don't get left behind or bored waiting for others to catch up.
But doesn't that mean students might miss out on collaboration and group activities?
Good point. Adaptive learning isn't meant to replace everything. It's supposed to complement traditional teaching methods. Teachers still guide and facilitate, but they have more data to understand each student's strengths and weaknesses.
How do teachers feel about using this kind of technology?
Many teachers are excited because it helps them tailor their instruction better. They can spend less time planning for different levels and more time focusing on what works best for each student. Plus, it saves time grading since the software handles a lot of that.
That makes sense. But what about privacy concerns? Don't parents worry about their kids' data being collected?
Privacy is definitely a concern, and regulations are getting stricter. Companies developing these tools need to ensure they protect student data and comply with laws like FERPA in the US. Still, transparency is key. Parents should know exactly what data is being used and how.
I see. So, do you think these adaptive systems will become standard in schools?
They're already becoming more common, especially as research shows positive outcomes. As technology improves and becomes more accessible, I expect we'll see even more integration into classrooms.
It'll be interesting to watch how it evolves then.
Absolutely, there's so much potential for making education more effective and enjoyable for everyone.